Hello everyone, my name is Murali Krishna and this is your channel Acharya Physics Classes where you feel the subject very easy. In our previous session we have discussed about thermal expansion in liquids. Now I am going to discuss illustrations on thermal expansion. So before going to start this session, those who have not seen my lectures on thermal expansion, you just go through those videos. There you will get a clear concept of these problems. Then easily you are able to understand this lecture, right? So now first illustration is estimate the time lost or gained by the pendulum clock when atmospheric temperature rises to 40 degrees Celsius, and the clock is known to give correct time at 20 degrees Celsius and pendulum is of steel, and in the question itself they have given coefficient of linear expansion, that is alpha is equals to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree Celsius, right? So at 20 degrees Celsius the clock will give us the correct time, right? So if you raise the temperature of the pendulum's rod, what will happen? So that length of the rod is going to be increase, right? So if you increase the length of the rod, so what will happen? So that is time is going to be lost. The time we need to find, right? The time we need to find. Actually, initial time period of the pendulum is t is equals to 2 pi root over L by G, right? So if you raise the temperature, length of the rod is going to be increase. That final length is a L dash. If the final length is L dash, so in that case the time period is a t dash, that is equals to 2 pi root over L dash by G. The final length we can write it as 2 pi root over L plus delta L by G. So from this one, 2 pi root over L plus delta L means we can write, so that is L into 1 plus alpha delta theta, right? Here delta theta means change in temperature by G. So now from this one, 2 pi root over L by G you can write separately, and remaining term will be 1 plus alpha delta theta whole power 1 by 2. So now from the binomial expansion we can write it as, so 2 pi root over L by Z we can write it as a t, right? So that is the initial time period of the pendulum clock. Now 1 plus half alpha delta theta according to the binomial expansion. So here is t dash, and from this equation we can write a t dash minus t is equals to 1 plus alpha half alpha delta theta, right, into half alpha delta theta into t. So now this is a change in time period, right? So change in time period, and if you want to find, so change in time period per unit time, per unit time period. So that is the fractional change in time period. So that is a delta t by t, the fractional change in time period or time lost or gained by the pendulum clock. So that is a pendulum clock per second. That is a delta t by t is equals to half alpha delta theta, right? So here half alpha in the question itself they have given, that is a 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and delta theta means 40 degrees minus 20 degrees, that is into 20. So that means 2 into 6, right? 2 1 ja 2 6 ja, that is 20 into 6, that is a 120 into 10 to the power of minus 6, right? So minus 6 per second, right? Minus 6 seconds. This is per 1 second, the time lost by the pendulum clock per second, right? So now per week, here in this question they have given, so the time lost or gained by the pendulum clock at the end of the week we need to find, right? Per week we need to find. So per week means that is a 12 into 20 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 7 days, 24 hours into 3600 seconds. That means So 120 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 7 into 86400, right? So if you solve this, so 75.57 seconds will get, isn't it? That is what the answer. Right. Next illustration is the density of wood and benzene at 0 degrees Celsius are 880 kg per meter cube and 900 kg per meter cube. Right. So this is for benzene and this is for wood. And likewise they have given coefficient of volume expansion. Right. So the coefficient of volume expansion for wood is 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 per degree Celsius. And for benzene they have given like 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 per degree Celsius. Now the question is, at what temperature will piece of wood just sink? So don't worry sir. So at the end of the 2020 it is going to be shrink. No worries. Right? Not like that. So here we have a condition. So it will shrink when density of the wood is equals to density of the benzene, right? So if you raise the temperature of the system, right, if you raise the temperature of the benzene and wood system, the volume is going to be expand, right? So for wood and benzene, volume is going to be expand, right? Volume is inversely proportional to density. Volume is inversely proportional to density. So at a one point, so the both densities is going to be equal, right? So now, so take a density concept. That density is inversely proportional to volume. That means rho dash by rho is equals to, so that is a V by V dash. So from that one, rho dash is equals to, from this rho dash by rho is equals to V by V into 1 plus gamma delta T. So we will get cancel out each other, and rho dash is equals to rho by 1 plus gamma delta T, right? So like this. So now here density, so if you raise the temperature of the system, so densities is going to be changed. So that means, so densities of wood is equals to densities of the benzene. So in that condition only, so the wood will sinks down, right? So now, so here we can write, based on this we can write, so that is rho omega density of the wood by 1 plus gamma omega delta T, 1 plus gamma delta T, and now that is equals to density of the benzene, so that by 1 plus gamma B delta T, right? So from this situation, here they have given density of the wood and density of the benzene, and they have given volume expansion, coefficient of volume expansions of wood and volume expansions of benzene they have given, right? So here what we have to find, so temperature, at what temperature, this is a delta T we need to find, right? So T at what temperature, right? So here change in temperature is, initial temperature is at 0 degrees Celsius. That means rho W 1 plus gamma. So here delta T means T minus 0. Here simply here I am writing that T, right? So temperature here I am writing that the temperature with yes, T. Now that is equals to 1 plus gamma B delta T means here also that is T. Now, so rho W means that is 8, right? So that is, don't confuse with this, right? So 880 by 1 plus 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into T, that is equals to 900 by 1 plus gamma means volume expansion, coefficient of volume expansions of the benzene 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into T. And if you solve this, you will get So the answer is T is equals to 83.3 degree Celsius. At this temperature, the piece of wood just sinks down to benzene, right? So now take a note and let me clean this. Right, next illustration is the glass beaker holds exactly 1 liter at 0 degrees Celsius. First question is, what is its volume at 50 degrees Celsius? That means if you raise the temperature to 50 degrees Celsius, what is the final volume of the beaker? Right? So here I am taking that. So this is a glass beaker and it holds 1 liter, right? It holds 1 liter at 0 degrees Celsius, right? So if you raise the temperature to 50 degrees Celsius, right? So if you raise the temperature to 50 degrees Celsius, what happens? The volume is going to be expand, right? So that volume we need to find, right? So that volume we need to find. So that is, so V final volume of the beaker, so that is equals to, so initial volume of the beaker into 1 plus gamma delta T, right? So here coefficient of thermal expansion for beaker is, in terms of linear expansion they have given. That means gamma is equals to 3 alpha we have to write, isn't it? So now V dash is equals to V into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, right? So now V dash is equals to, so here 1 liter into 1 plus 3 into alpha means, that is, in the question itself they have given like 8.3 into 8.3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree Celsius into delta T. So delta T means that is 50 minus 0, that is a 50, right? So V dash is equals to 1 into, so we'll get a 1 plus 3 into 8.3, 1 plus 3 into 8.3. So finally if you solve this one, we'll get a, so that is finally directly here I am writing that, so that is 1.001, 1.001 liter, isn't it? So now next part will be, if the beaker is filled with a mercury at 0 degrees Celsius, at a 0 degrees Celsius, what volume of mercury overflows when temperature is 50 degrees Celsius? Now it is filled with, right? So if the beaker is filled with mercury, if the beaker is filled with a mercury, right, at 0 degrees Celsius, what volume of mercury overflows when temperature is 50 degrees Celsius? When temperature is 50 degrees Celsius. Now, so volume, final volume of the mercury we need to find, right? So that is a V2 you can take. So V2 you can take, V2 is equals to V into 1 plus gamma delta T, 1 plus gamma delta T. So here V2 is equals to V into, V means 1 liter, right? So 1 plus gamma, gamma means in the question itself they have given, that is 1.82 into 10 to the power of minus 4, delta T means 50. So V2 is equals to, V2 is equals to how much? So that is 1 plus 1.82 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into 50. If you solve this, we'll get 1.009 liters. 1.009 liters. That means, right? So now here, so expansion, volume expansion of the mercury and volume expansion of the beaker, right? So now, so the amount of mercury overflows when temperature is 50 degrees Celsius means, so here V2 minus V1, V2 minus V1, that means 1.009 minus 1.009 minus 1.001, that means I will get 0.008, right, 0.008, so that liters, that means 8 ml, right, 8 ml will overflows from the beaker. If you raise the temperature from 0 to 50 degrees Celsius, 8 ml mercury overflows from the beaker, right. So next one is a metal rod A of length 25 centimeters length expands by 0.05 centimeters when it temperature raised from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. Another rod B of a different metal of length 40 centimeters expands by 0.04 centimeters for the same temperature range. A third rod C of 50 centimeters length is made up of pieces of rods A and B placed end to end and expands by 0.03 centimeters on heating from 0 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Find the length of each portion of composite rod. Right. So now in first case they have given metal rod A of 25 centimeters length expands by 0.0 centimeters when it temperature raises from 0 degrees Celsius. Right. So here we have to find. So that is based on the delta L is equals to L alpha delta T. So here delta T they have given and L they have given and delta L they have given, right. So based on this we can find, so alpha A we can find, right. So coefficient, linear coefficient of expansion we are able to find based on this one. So that is delta L is 0.05 over here, that is equals to L means 25 centimeters into alpha A into delta T means 100 minus 0 degrees Celsius, that is 100, right. So if you solve this we will get, right. So here based on this one, so we are able to find 25 into, so that is alpha A is equals to 0.05 by 25 into 100, 25 into 100. So by using this we can write 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per degree Celsius, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per degree Celsius, right. So now for metal rod B, so that is for same temperature rise it has a length of 40 centimeters, right. By using the same formula delta L is equals to L alpha B delta T, so delta L is equals to 0.04, L is equals to 40 centimeters into alpha B into 100, right. So if you solve this we will get alpha B is equals to, so that is alpha B is equals to what we will get, so that is a 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per degree Celsius, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per degree Celsius. Now in third case C, at the third rod C of length 50 centimeters is made up of pieces of rods A and B placed end to end like this, right. So this is a rod A, the combination of rod A and rod B, right. So like this. So here rod A, that is a length is L you can write, right? So total length of the rod, this is 50 centimeters. This is 50 centimeters, and rod B is, that is 50 minus L. 50 minus L over here, right? So now for rod C we have to write, so that is delta, that is the combination of rod A and rod B, the combination of piece of rod A and piece of rod B. That means the change in length is equals to, that is a delta L is equals to, so for rod A, delta LA plus rod B, delta LB, right? So now from this, delta L is equals to, in the question itself they have given, it expands by 0.03 centimeters, that is equals to delta LA. So that means, so delta LA means, so we have to take L alpha delta T. So that is L alpha. So coefficient of expansion means, that is in the question itself already we got it. So that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 L alpha delta T. So delta T means 50 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius plus, so for rod B, 50 minus L, L alpha delta T. So that is 50 minus L into L alpha. Alpha means, so that is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Delta T means 50, right? Right. If you solve this, we are able to get L value. So that is L is equals to, right? So we are able to get a L value. So that is L is equals to 10 centimeters, right? So L is equals to 10 centimeters. That means this is the length of the rod A, composite rod A. Now 50 minus L, for piece of rod B, we can write 50 minus L is equals to 50 minus 10 is equals to 40 centimeters. For A we can say that is a 10 centimeters. For A we can say that is a 10 centimeters. For B we can say that is 40 centimeters. Isn't it? Right. So take a note. Let me clean this. Alright. So next illustration is the pressure that has to apply to the ends of the steel wire of length 10 centimeters to keep its length constant when its temperature raised by 100 degrees Celsius. Right. So now, by raising the temperature 100 degrees Celsius, to keep the wire constant, how much pressure has to be applied to the ends of the wire? Isn't it? This pressure we need to find. So because of this pressure, thermal stress is developed in a wire. So that thermal stress is equals to Y into thermal strain, right? So that is a thermal stress, we can write it as a pressure. That means Y, because this is due to pressure. So Y into alpha delta T. So P is equals to Y. In the question itself they have given Young's modulus, that is 2 into 10 to the power of 11 into alpha means, so that is 1.1 into 10 to the power of minus 5, and delta T means 100. By solving this one, we will get a pressure value, so that is 22 into 10 to the power of 7 pascals. Right. So in our next session, I will discuss about calorimetry and heat transfer. right? So all of you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night.